So I've actually done this run before, but that was before the Refurbisher buff, as well as it's just a good fun run. I may just start off with another rejuice, honestly. Just an extra 5 gold every now and then sounds fine. And maybe I'll find Hyrule for it again, right? Certainly would be neat. So the run is just every single upgrade thing, orbs and passives. So, ooh, just off there. Go for this bounce. Perfect. Very good stuff there. Nice, the Refurbisher can actually deal damage, so I get to claim all of my lovely damage improvements there. Such a big deal, because I've got Adventure Shrine and only one Elite. The nicest, for sure. Oh, perfect. Like, see, just a bonus +5 there, gold. +5 gold there. Only one store, which isn't going to be the most enjoyable. Only one Elite, which is going to be the most enjoyable. The classic one store, which is expected. Honestly, good upgrading. May not have hit much, but didn't really expect it to. It's Necromancer after all. You really get such weird upgrade numbers with this, don't you? Extremely interesting stuff. Oh, and as with all custom orb starting runs, I'm not allowed to add any other orbs to my deck. Just gotta win with the orbs that I got. That was a very nice boost of gold there. Just a solid +20 gold. Don't mind if I do. I guess I didn't really care about navigation though, did I? I'll go for that. Oh, about as expected, I guess. Boom, no refresh yet. Now let's kick you in the face. Got such a funny attack. Oh, it definitely hurts, but taking care of the plant's more important. 214 damage. Certainly have a lot of damage loaded up on this roll now, don't I? Absolute ton. Shame I don't have some kind of like overwhelm or something, because that certainly would help out a lot. My bombs didn't really make themselves known, did they? Oh no. Fortunate. The funny thing is it's fights like this, which is what we're weak to currently. Like boss fights where we've got one big enemy that we're trying to kill. We're much better at that stuff. Significantly better. Honestly kind of shocked that didn't get a kill. We have a ton of damage when we want though. Like that. Beautiful. Yeah, part of the reason why this run is always pretty satisfying to do is the upgrade stuff is just pretty solid. Pretty damn solid indeed. I think the orbs I like significantly less. But there are a lot of really good upgrade passives, there really are. We'll go for this one. We should get double bomb easy. Yep, perfect. Perfect. Really wanted that. Guess I should have aimed for red slime then. Oh, I really do want to get the kill here though, which might actually not work out. There we go, perfect. Boom. And I'll kick this guy. Perfect. Nice. Certainly not getting the most gold per fight, but less ideal. But at least refuse recycle is improving it. Even if not by a lot, by a decent amount. I mean, I think we've gotten like plus 25 gold or something so far. Pretty solid. Honestly, that's also pretty solid. If I get like a good slime, I'll definitely start doing the upgrades. Let's try and clear the path to that refresh, shall we? Bounce onto the refresh, perfect. 80 damage, please. Thank you. Nice. The fact that I've still got damage on that orb is just pretty important there. Good enough. As long as we can get a killer shot for the rest of the shots, I think we'll be fine. Oh, damn it, close. This should definitely get the kill. Oh, let's not add back any problem pegs that would stop me from getting my refresh. Oh, you know what, that works too. You just have that much damage that, honestly, fine. I'm happy to add them back. One of the nice things about Necromancer. It's not something you're going to say often. Well, ever, honestly. It's Necromancer we're talking about after all. 131 gold. Not the greatest, but I really wasn't expecting a lot for this store. Especially not with 3 chests in my path. Well, 2 plus the 1 normal one. Very nice. You love a good bit of molten gold. This is something circle. I would usually love that. Okay. We'll just do that. Even though there are upgrades orbs there, as I said, I don't want to add any more orbs to my deck. Even if they're dupes. Let's just prep my bombs. I'll be fine to hit them early if it means I'm losing less health. Just because the upgrades would clean things up for everyone. Well, for me. 35, boom. Oh, so close. Let's just not claim our bomb. Let's just claim our bomb. There we go. Perfect. I've now just got so much damage from all of my pegs on the board that these poor fellas don't stand a chance. Or maybe they do. Goodbye. Thank you, best foot forb. What I need is like dents. Dents would be an amazing way to claim my damage. Don't want to heal, but my health isn't looking the best, so I will just press that max health button. 5 is a pretty big swing, and honestly, it's about equivalent to what my heal is anyway. I can just upgrade this roll a bunch, and the second shot is nickel. Okay. Not pay attention to what the second shot was, and paying the price for it, I guess. Still a fine shot. Not too crazy. Excellent damage on the Refurbisher there. Not something I was getting to say before, was it? Extra refreshing source would be really good. I prefer to have like dents. Oh, I don't know why I shot that. But I'm currently needing to do some pretty silly things to try and get my refresher. They sometimes work out. That was a pretty cool shot, even though it didn't immediately hit it, which is most certainly what I was aiming for. If you could hit that refresh there, probably get the kill. Which boss am I fighting? Slimy. Well, one of the nice things... Ooh, tube pot, critical equilibrium. Bombulet. Should just be decent. One of the nice things about Slimy is a good slime works really well into him. For some reason it'll just get value every now and then, which is nice. Nice, we just need to get our rolls upgraded, don't we? After all, that should just be a ton of damage once I get that refreshed, which honestly... Wait, I've got Necromancer. Ooh, that was close. We get that Necromancer value, eh? Oh yeah. That is what we like to see, Necromancer. If you did that all the time, then I'd be happy to have you, but definitely partially augmented by what we've got. The fact that it's just an immense amount of upgrading instead of just a decent amount means that we can actually rely on it instead. That's dense and constricting chains, both are insane. Kinetic, safety speculations, honestly, all 4 of these are pretty good. It's totally just constricting chains though, right? Yeah. Especially once we get more refreshes on the board, which shouldn't be too hard, since there's now 1 more relic that'll give us an extra refresh on the board. But the upgrading damage we should get off of this is just great. Like, sure, we won't have PS, we won't need momentum because we have this, as well as our navigation might get messed up. And what was the other alternative as well? Dents? Yeah, no, this was definitely the play. Who cares about targeting when you're just getting multi-bull in an upgrading build? Especially for an upgrading build, it's just exactly what you're after. Nice. And take care of you too. Be very easy. Beautiful. This would have bomb. Go. My targeting was just incorrect. No, it was fine. That is left, and I would like to have some gold for it, but I don't imagine I will have a particularly amazing amount of gold. Oh, I'll have 5 more gold now. Yippee. 70 health though. Didn't really exit area 1 on the most health, which is fine. Oh, you know what else is fine? This first shot is fine. Nothing too crazy. We don't have a Necromancer follow-up. That would have been really nice, wouldn't it? Actually, there we go, perfect. Beautiful. If you would be so kind as to... Yeah, as long as I get it next shot, I'll be happy. just need it eventually. I actually think that Horrible might be able to not do it, damn it. Well, there we go. We got there in the end. This is why we have Brown Guard, I guess. Actually, that'll do it. Even if barely. Good stuff. No bombs left on this map for me to greed off of those, so let's just go through. Not much point in aiming for single golds. Our health actually matters quite a bit here, after all. Oh! Extra enemy on this fight. Not ideal at all. Mostly because it's this guy. But also just extra enemy on this fight certainly is not exactly what we're looking for. That was significantly worse than I wanted it to be. Did we get a second bomb? Perfect. Really needed that. A double bomb here would be nice. Expected. Boom, hopefully that forces another heal wave. There we go. Alright, this could have been a lot worse. Could have been a lot worse. Then the map is getting very impressively upgraded now. Which is the whole point of this build, so that's nice. I really do need some specific... Take care of you. Yep, perfect. Relics to try and keep me alive a bit better though. Because currently my damage is great, but because my pierce is so lackluster and everything, then it's not in the best spot. I almost picked that up. I forgot that not allowed to pick up orbs. Currently it does feel kind of scary, doesn't it? And like, sure, I did turn down the pierce option, which would have been great. But A, I've got a fair few targeting orbs in my deck. And B, I really would not actually be getting any particularly real numbers if I had taken it. Just because the constricting chains is doing so much for me. Maybe I'm not meant to target the Chandelier for this turn. Really want that bomb, but I don't know if that's going to happen. Get you out of here. Yeah, okay. That bomb earlier would have been nice. Gotta keep pressing that heal button. 17 HP for 25, which is decent for sure. I'm gonna choose to believe. Oh god, I'm probably gonna lose some health here. I didn't, perfect. Plus 9 gold too, that means if I get a collusion things line up well. Safety net, yeah. Not exactly what I want for this build, eh? Not exactly. I don't want to add any more orbs to my deck. That was something I wasn't gonna do. Okay. Is it very valuable, and that's the House of Slime as well. Would be awesome, but I think I'll just take a terrible removal. Less bad orbs I have in my deck, the better. Also, we are totally going middle. Middle sounds like fun. I should check. Ah, it's been a while since I've seen this. Spin Infection Boss. 17 HP really is not all that much. Like, 17 HP is literally 1, 2, 3, which is 60 gold. 60 gold for full heal. Which is over 100 health. It is pretty good value. It really is. Upgrading. I'm feeling risky. This is really cool to get this event again, but I want to not take it. Sounds like fun. Oh wow. That is very good for me. Okay, yeah. Perfect. This is definitely rewarding me for my choice of not taking it so far. So we're effectively healing in this fight because I will be pressing the max health button. I'll be doing a lot. I guess Necromancer does get significantly weaker now that we have that refresh, but you don't want your Necromancer to be strong anyway. The weaker your Necromancer is, the better off the rest of your deck is. The unfortunate truth, eh? Damn, yep. That was just a really good fight for us. Betsy, Weaponized MV, Echo Chamber. Ugh. Pretty poor, but Echo Chamber's just fine. It's fine. Nothing more, nothing less. I was going to try and get that bomb, but then I realized there's just no point. I believe this should just be a simple fight for us. Try not to lose too much health, eh? Now let's hit those pegs again. Nice. I just upgraded these pegs with the Adventure Shrine Plus best foot forward immediately, and then I was just using them for every single shot for the rest of the fight. I think 23 health should be enough to take care of the boss. Won't be surprised if it is. Bull chicken as well, just to top us off. Yeah, let's just see how much max health we can get this run. The other two are useless for my build anyway, so... Well, not useless, because Recombobulator is just amazing for generating you extra gold if you have Rejuice. And if you have Bomb Stuff as well. I don't exactly have anything else to go with it. I don't care about the bomb damage whatsoever. I will shoot the horrible. Yeah, especially with that wall chip when we have more than enough HP. I think we would have been fine without it, but definitely would have been closer. And we will see, right? Do I go below 25 health or not? I certainly wouldn't be shocked if we do. But especially right now, I'm pretty happy to just leave the dense pegs on the board because I can just clean that much damage super easily. Alright, so the wall chicken was definitely necessary, eh? But only by one turn. Like, only by one turn. That is more multi-ball. I like the sound of more multi-ball, but it does make my multi-ball small. Despite that, still seems worth it. Ultimantle is probably just a bad idea because we're not generating any extra gold, so we pop the gold to upgrade the peg, and we don't get value from it. But sure, let's just make my ball small. Sounds fine. Early store. I would love another remove. Yep, bit of a shame that I'm not collecting that much more Necromancer value, but honestly, it was just pretty decent at the beginning. I certainly was enjoying it. I still don't have a single source of healing. I've just been chilling with a lot of max HP and nothing more. Boom. Should be good. I keep sabotaging my... Oh, forgot that's targeting. I keep sabotaging my Necromancer. Ooh, barely. Nice stuff. Yep, certainly losing a lot of health, eh? But, gain 6 max HP for 20 gold each time, like, is very acceptable. Good stuff. I do appreciate getting extra gold after all. I do have that early store. Always check behind the waterfall. That is very nice, although, oh, I forgot the way how you navigate on this map. That's we lose one chest, which honestly, for 2 question marks, could be more than good. Certainly, free remove, always appreciated. Alright, forced remove. We want to remove a common here, so I'll remove the small top. And then I'll try and add it back because it's a common, so finding it shouldn't be too hard. It's really unfortunate. I was worried that I would get that. Yep, as expected, eh? As expected. Let's just buy collusion real quick, just to reset everything. Grab that, and now healing. Look, it appeared. So we have upgrading here, so I'm going to take the upgrading passive because this is very cool. And then we just take cookie because cookies seems good. Like obviously maybe I didn't need to buy collusion there, but it's just nice just to get that discount anyway. Since I do need to... This is a bit of an annoying fight. Get the gold to re-upgrade that Swatter back anyway. Refreshing Punch though, especially in a peg upgrading comp, is very cool. The chance it does an absolute ton for us. Certainly would be nice. I'm just going to try this. I believe it should be able to get 116. Perfect. I just want to deny him as much Circle as possible. Making it very hard though. I will not allow it. Ooh. Perfect. Necromancer should be able to get 252. Perfect. Now we just need to find our way towards 2100 damage, which honestly wouldn't be too hard whatsoever. We just have so much multi-ball, it's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I have collusion, so I could have done another upgrade. This navigation here is honestly fine as well. Means I go to the store instead of the question mark, which might be good. Not the biggest fan of losing 4 more health though. I don't actually think that sends me right, but it does. Cool. Short stack, a pretty useless passive. Our damage is being pretty destroyed by constricting chains. Not completely, just pretty destroyed. So not expecting too much value from that. I may need to make use of Ground Guard this fight. Certainly. Ooh, the damage reduction slimes are very nice. Yeah, let's just get my Necromancer into play, shall we? I believe we got him, ladies and gentlemen. Perfect. Ground Guard is very nice in some fights. Very nice indeed. I imagine we'll find the rig bombs to finish people off, so let's weaken up the next in the line. Yep, Refreshing Punch is just generating us so much damage, ain't it? Beautiful. If we get the kill on this guy, he'll do 200 damage to the characters beside him. He'll get kills. 73, we'll do one last upgrade, and maybe not grab any more gold, sure. Alright, we get to buy one here. Refresher's decent, Super Boots also decent. Not really much point in taking Gardener's Gloves or Basic Blade, obviously. Move is exactly what I do not wish to do. Refresh Shield, Super Boots, both are great. Both are pretty useful. For this fight, let's take Refresh Shield. I love how I've been spamming my max HP, but my HP is still just at pretty much the starting amount. Alright, we get our support upgraded after this fight, that should be good fun. I want to shoot around about now. Trying to hit either of the refreshes, and you'll notice I got very close to both of them, but fortunately very close to both of them doesn't quite cut it, eh? Boom, good shot. Start working on you now, shall we? Alright, got some damage reduction slimes on the board, good stuff. Definitely shooting that horrible. It's because the Necromancer is even worse. And that way we can actually make space for the Necromancer next shot, eh? Perfect. I should really press the heal button sometime soon. But maybe I can just get away with just not. Crits also refresh. It's actually really good because we do create extra crits. Oh, don't I have... I didn't take the Super Boots. I thought I was going to take it because it's pretty damn good. It's not to though. I'm not sure if I will be pressing the heal button. I think, judging by the outcome of this fight, which looks pretty painful, I may just be taking it. Awesome. I believe that, yeah, certainly looks like I'll be pressing the button. I cannot die here because of the damage reduction slimes. Alright, perfect. There we go. I'll probably press it for the last fight as well. If I have 45 gold, actually. Which I'm not going to have, honestly, because 45 is a pretty big number. Wow. 2 extra crystal slimes. In most fights, that would be pretty scary. Especially getting it that early. This one, though, there is a lot of AoE damage to be had on the map. For better or for worse. I must admit, I was not actually planning on pressing the heal button. But getting to... Oh my god, that's the Necromancer. I shot it as if it was a normal orb. But getting to self-damage, aka rigged bomb fights, as the final fights of the Area 3, no, that's just completely brutal. I am definitely pressing the heal button after that. That is the worst case scenario consistently for Area 3. Yeah, just very rough. Luckily, we have the goal to just do that, so 66. Hopefully that's enough, eh? Our upgrading tools are amazing. Our multiple tools also amazing. Our refreshing tools are decent. And hopefully that's enough. Certainly we are going to need a lot to beat this fight. We do have targeting as well, so once the board is mass upgraded, we will simply be able to target our way to a victory. We're not going to get soft locks. Well, it's not really a soft lock though, because the minions will kill us, and he does indeed ramp quite hard. But we will not get stuck behind the minions, which is nice. But Necromancer's not exactly the best at using that benefit. And this orb can only do so much by itself, eh? Still, at least we're getting good XP on the minions. Even if that did just occur. I believe we should... Yeah, perfect. Okay, yeah. I had nothing to worry about. Best foot forward may only be one orb, but sometimes all you need is a good kick to the face, and that'll get him. Perfect. Did we get a finish off there? Not quite. Oh, no, quite. Okay, perfect. Well, well, well. Nice, so this is just a run with, I believe, every single upgrading source. Like, technically you could argue that because I have... No, that's a silly argument. I was going to say because I have a good slime, that any sliming orb is also an upgrading orb. But if you're using that argument, any multiple orb is also an upgrading orb because you're getting extra procs off of Revenge Shrine, which... At that point, the argument does begin to sound extremely silly, doesn't it? If there was an orb that slimed like every single shot, then I think maybe you could try and argue that. But there isn't, so just not really how that works. because like technically with Glorious Offering, everything's a upgrading orb, right? Yeah, but we had every single upgrading passive and every single upgrading orb, and it worked out pretty well. We did not get any of our excellent survivability options that I was expecting early on at all, and it took us. I mean, Round Guard technically obviously counts, but I was thinking more to do with this class specifically, and it took us to get to this subtraction reaction before we actually managed to find one, which was certainly pretty scary. But I like the new Basalt Totem. It really decreased how much gold we had this run, but because we had 4 upgraded orbs in our deck already, and although I did have to replace the Sword Orb, didn't I? I forgot about that part. It was still pretty exceptional to just keep upgrading my max HP, especially when it was 6 max HP, you know. That's just a nice improvement. It's effectively getting more uses. Yeah, yeah. And like I still managed to buy a decent amount of stuff from each store. Definitely less than I would have been able to buy without it, though. I didn't manage to find combos for reduce, but honestly, my starting boss pass, my starting relic options were pretty poor anyway, so pretty fine with that. A ton of max HP that run, just an absolute ton. Like I literally got salt chicken, an apple a day, wool chicken, and grinding basalt totem, which I just spammed the ever living daylights out of. I'm pretty sure just I got value on it on like 80% of area 2 and 80% of area 3, I think is a pretty fair statement. Refreshing Punch is just an amazing relic. It's like we only had 2 refreshes on the board, but because we're doing an upgrading build, it worked flawlessly. Very impressed with Best Foot Forward this run, honestly. I wasn't expecting it to be as good as it was this run. It was just very solid to have, and I knew I'd appreciate it for sure. Especially since, you know, like it can go around shields, kick an enemy of your choice, and was crucial for our victory in Area 3 against that guy, because you need targeting for him. But like I was finding that I would aim at an orb with my best foot forward adventurine, and boom, it would just have more than enough damage to kill pretty much all the enemies, right? Which is just amazing because as long as you can keep hitting that peg, which you know, like Necromancer makes it much easier to keep hitting that peg, like GG, pretty much, right? And of course, once we had the extra refresh as well, it was much easier to keep hitting that peg because while we were in like area 1, you could definitely tell the lack of refresh. Luckily for our first boss relic though, we got constricting chains, which makes it much easier to hit the refresh. And as long as it doesn't get stuck. That first fight area 2, we did actually get stuck in the top right. Had to do a few shots to get it unstuck, and took a bit of health loss in the meantime. But it was fine after that point, especially fine once I got the fresh bandana. Anyway, the boss relics worked very well. Not a surprise, right? Multiple with upgrading is just an absolute classic. I was a bit worried about the Manchuska shell, but honestly, the orbs being small, I barely noticed it.